Biomagnetic Optimum Woman is the only woman's high-potency full-spectrum multiple vitamin supplement to contain 56 nutrients, including those most important for today's woman, such as calcium for bone health, iron for healthy red blood cells, beta-carotene, biotin for nail and hair health, gamma-linoleic acid from evening primrose oil, octosanol, grapeseed extract, a potent antioxidant important for maintaining capillary strength, and vegetarian digestive enzyme. Visit www.biomedrxsupplements.com.
Gold label quality BiomedRx CBD oil is made from organic hemp that is locally grown, glyphosate-free, gluten-free, non-GMO, homogenized, third-party tested, and CO2 extracted. Visit www.biomedrxcbd.com.
Hi, this is Devin Lockett, the president of JobSite Route. As the son of a general contractor, I know how difficult it can be to get good food on the job site. And letting your construction workers leave the job site to buy lunch just takes valuable time away from them being on the site. I've developed an app and a program that will bring a steady stream of food trucks to your job sites every month for the low price of only $100 per month per site. That comes up to about $3 per day to have a steady stream of food trucks coming to your job sites all day, every working day. You can also contact the food trucks ahead of time and pre-order your food from the menu on our app. This saves valuable time for your construction workers and for you. It also sends a variety of delicious food served on Southern California food trucks to your job sites all day. When you think about it, it only makes sense to join the JobSite Route Network. How's everybody doing today? This is Devin. How are you? Hello. Glad to see everybody. Good afternoon. Let me check my levels and make sure that my sounds are coming through. You guys can hear me fine. Great. Thank you for joining me today. Today, we are going to do biomagnetic pair therapy to address arthritis. Now, there are many different kinds of arthritis, right, that one could be suffering from. There is general arthritis, and there's arthritis that is specific. There's rheumatoid arthritis. There's arthritis that it comes specific to any particular part of your body, your knees, your back, whatever. I have suffered from arthritis throughout my life, and in a very general sense as well as in the specific sense with reference to my spine, as I have had scoliosis, and I crack my knuckles all the time. Now, remember, what we're going to go over right now is biomagnetic pair therapy. The places that you place the magnets and leave them on for about a half hour at this distance from the equator in order to depolarize the relationships that may exist between pathogens that may reside in your body. Pathogens meaning viri, bacteria, fungi, parasites, or even pockets of heavy metal toxin burdens. This is what helps you to feel better and helps your body to discharge all of the pathogens that may be in your body at any particular time. Now remember, I am not a doctor, and that nothing that you see or hear on BiomedRx TV or on the Devin Lockett channels should be construed as medical advice in any way, shape, or form. I'm only trying to provide you with inexpensive ways that you can take care of your health at home, that you can use to take care of yourself and take care of your family. It is my belief that every family should have a good set of biomagnetic pair therapy magnets so that they can address illnesses in their family and prevent from having to spend money on doctors and especially pharmaceuticals. In this day and age, I think it's safe to say that I am anti big pharma and anti-pharmaceutical, and I think I can say that without getting flagged. At least I hope I can say that without getting flagged. And I try to find the most natural means that you can use to take care of yourself. That's the BiomedRx way. That's the Devin Lockett way, and that's the way we do things here at the BiomedRx Health Center. So, without further ado, I'm going to give you guys a sneak peek into the studio in a minute. But first, we're going to go over the pairs of magnets, where we place the magnets to address arthritis. You know, another thing I want to mention right now, I hadn't mentioned it in previous videos, is that when you know basically the pairs where you're going to be placing the magnets, if you, in order to test, a good way to test and see if you're touching upon an area with a pathogen is to place the negative magnet first, then do the muscle testing, looking at the feet to see if there's any shrinkage of the right leg in comparison to the left, or if the right heel appears to be a slightly higher or shorter than the left heel. And then when you place the positive magnet in the related pair where it goes, then the bottoms of the feet should even out, okay? So that's a good way to tell loosely if you are in the presence of a pathogen, and it's also a good way to tell if the magnetic pair that you're using is balancing out or helping the body to discharge the pathogen. Remember to hit the like, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications, comment, and hit us up on Cash App, $BiomedRx if you like what it is that we do here, because we do try. All right, now let's go to the next slide, and I'm going to start showing you the locations before we actually go to the practicum. All right. So here we are. You can see I have my chart here, and we're going to go to the first pair. Remember, this is all written in Spanish, so arthritis is arthritis. All right, so you can see the first pair is appendix, thymus. The appendix gets the positive, and the thymus gets the negative. Okay, The thymus gland is also a location where we tend to accumulate E. coli bacteria. Okay. Arthritis pair number 2, basal to basal. Remember, this is on the left-hand side. This is kind of where we would be treating a little bit of superior to where we would be normally treating the liver, but it's on the left-hand side. Cadera, cadera. We mean hip to hip. Negative on the right hip, positive on the left. Renal capsule, renal capsule. Okay, the renal capsule, remember, these are the kidneys, and you can see right here there's positive on the left kidney and negative on the right. But when I treat the kidneys, I use 2 magnets. It's a much stronger effect. Okay, and I'll explain that in later videos. It has to do with the lines of flux from the magnets. Okay, cervical 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, and 3 with negative magnets, and then the piloro with a positive. All right. Now, I'm going to take my time to go through this, but I do recommend that you save this video, bookmark it, and then you can refer to it later on. Infrapoplato. You can see right there, that's the weak spot when you're hungry. People just hit you back there and you fall down because you're weak, because you're hungry, okay? The back of the knees. Articulations and the inguinal nerve. So that is negative, 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 negative on the left, on the right arm, as well as on the left leg. And then the positive right on the right-hand side of the pelvis, on the right side of the lateral to the pubic ramus, or just a little bit below the pubic ramus. The parietal lobe on the right side, right hemisphere of the brain, the parietal lobe, and the contralateral kidney. So when we treat the parietal lobe, we're going to see that the contralateral kidney already was treated when I treated both kidneys. New Yorkers. Alrighty. Arthritis. Pericardial. This is above and below the heart. Negative, superior. Positive, inferior. The pleura and the appendix. Pleura gets the negative, as you can see on the right-hand side, lateral to the breast, inferior to the armpit. And then appendix is right above the right-hand side of the pubic ramus, over lateral to the patient's right. Pomulo-Rignon contralateral. Pomulo is right on the eye, and remember, we're already going to have the 2 powerful magnets on either kidney. Ramamandibula. We're talking about the mandible, left and right, as you can see. Negative on the right side of the body, positive on the left, which is kind of like a loose rule of thumb when we're placing magnets. Thyroides, parathyroides, on either side of the thyroid gland, negative and positive. Thymo to thymo, the thymus gland, Negative on the superior side, positive on the inferior side. Urethra to urethra. Okay, for women, it's the clitoris. Negative on the superior side, positive on the inferior. And vasolateral, just right at the bottom of the lateral side, outside of the thigh, above the knee. Negative on the right leg, positive on the left. Now, I can continue and go into arthritis of the knee, arthritis deforming, the false arthritis, rheumatoid arthritis. We're not going to go into that. We don't have enough time. And this is the basic. We're going to do part 2 and part 3 for deforming arthritis and knee arthritis and false arthritis. Sometimes people get diagnoses of arthritis that's false. Okay, I don't know about how often or how not often, but it does happen, right? So these are the pairs that deal with arthritis. And now we are going to go into the studio and do the practicum on the model, which is my son, Kai Kai. All right. So first we're going to get these up. As you can see, the magnets stick. That's kind of part of being a magnet, right? Okay. So first lie down, lie back. Now you guys understand the muscle testing process for biomagnetic pair therapy. Basically what you're doing is you're looking at the bottoms of the feet because the heart is primarily on the left side of your body. The left side of your brain, or the left hemisphere of your brain, receives more blood, more circulation, and therefore, as you grow, it becomes larger than the right side. Yes, your left hemisphere, the left hemisphere of your brain is actually bigger than the right hemisphere of your brain, and everyone's the same. Everyone's body is the same. That's called your dominant hemisphere. So, the left hemisphere. So, the left hemisphere of the body left hemisphere of the brain controls the right side of the body. The right hemisphere of the brain controls the left side of your body. So therefore, if I place the negative pole of a magnet, the negative pole of a magnet increases circulation and increases the pH, right? When more circulation is brought to an area of the body that has a pathogen, a virus, bacteria, a fungus, parasite, a pocket of heavy metal toxins, then the body is going to tense up. The body is going to respond with tension. When the body tenses up, then the dominant side of the brain is going to make the side of the body that it controls tense up more than the other. In other words, your left hemisphere, the left brain hemisphere, is going to make your right leg appear to shorten in comparison to the left. Now, we can assist this process. By placing the negative pole of a magnet on the top of the head, right up here. Okay, you can see how the red is facing you and the black is facing me, right? And what we're doing is we're relaxing his pineal gland so that we can speak to his body. In Spanish, we call this la teoría del cuerpo inteligente. In other words, your body has its own intelligence, and if I speak to the body, I can find out if there are pathogens in the body. Okay, so we place the negative magnet here at the top of the head to relax the pineal gland, and then we come here and we can speak to his body. Now, when you're doing a biomagnetic pair therapy muscle testing, you're speaking to the body of the patient. The body of the patient understands what you're talking about, even if the brain of the patient does not. So in other words, if I'm looking for a disease, or if I'm speaking to his body and finding out if there's a problem with a particular organ, Kai, the person, does not even have to be cognizant of the existence of that organ, or does not even have to know the name of the virus or the pathogen that I'm seeking. His body is still going to answer me. His body is still going to speak affirmatively and or negatively, depending on the correct answer. But the body is not going to lie. The body is going to tell the truth. So in the process of testing the muscle, of doing muscle testing, you can speak mentally, verbally, and with your spirit to the body of the patient and actually obtain their yes and their no answers. So we've placed the negative magnet. This negative magnet is for the release of stem cells. It is on his navel and it's going to help release stem cells throughout the process. But right now, I'm going to talk to his brain, his body. Okay. All right. Kai's body. When you're doing muscle testing, you don't pull very hard. Kai's body, give me your yes. Okay. Kai's body, give me your no. All right. Now you can't notice it from there, but from my perspective, I could see very, very slight changes take place between the locations, the positions of his ankles due to the length of his quadriceps and the other muscles that are on his thigh, right? That are surrounding his femur. All right. And then the negative, we're going to place on the thymus. So basically, I'm going to show you the right order of doing this, okay? So basically what you do is you place the negative where it goes first, on the thymus gland. Then we do a check of the feet. Okay, so there is a little bit of shortening. So now we go here to the appendix, place the positive pole of the magnet, and then we check the feet again. And they seem to have evened out, okay? That's how you know you're placing the magnets in the right location.
Even superheroes and supermodels need a daily dose of nutrients to help make life more super. BiomedRx Supplements is making it easy
Having
to
a
get
little
exactly
sciatica
what you need.
pain today.
From kids to seniors, they've got something for everyone. Pretty cool, right? Check out their products at biomedrxsupplements.com.
Renal capsule to renal capsule. Now, this is the time that we take the opportunity to treat both kidneys with both positive and negative. Remember to use the positive in the superior part of the kidney, or actually superior to the kidney, because you want to excite the adrenal glands to slowly secrete adrenaline throughout the process, and the negative directly on the kidney, slightly lateral of the kidney, on the bundle of nerves that control the kidneys. So move your arm a little bit. Let's get this superior and right on the kidney. Same thing here. Move your arm a little bit. We're going to get this superior to the kidney and right on the bundle of nerves that controls the kidney. Okay? How does that feel? Okay. Damn right it does. Okay. Cervical 1 to 3, and then the pylorus. Okay. So these are going to be 3 magnets of negative polarity on the cervical spine. So I'm going to use these little magnets. Cervical 1, 2, 3. So you're getting the atlas vertebrae, the top one that allows your head to swivel, and then the 2 beneath it. This particular vertebrae, the atlas, has a lot to do with scoliosis. In fact, there is an entire theory of thought, school of thought, that says that the atlas being straightened can actually straighten up the curve of scoliosis throughout your whole spine. Okay? And then the piloro on the right-hand side. And that should be another positive. So the piloro would be right here. So there's another, actually right here. Right here. Okay? Infrapupilito. I like the way that sounds. So we're going to put these right behind the backs, both negative and positive, behind the backs of his knees, right back here. As you can see where the illustrations are. So right here, and right here. Positive and negative and positive. Okay, articulations and the inguinal nerve. Now, this is what we're going to do for the articulations. Negative, negative, negative in 3 locations of the left arm, and negative, negative, negative in 3 locations of the right leg. Okay. When you don't have clothing that you can clamp your magnets to, you just use a clamp right on his skin. Just clamp a piece of skin in there. He knows I'm just fucking with you. You use tape, medical tape. Medical tape holds the magnets in place just as well, if not better, than clips. Negative, negative. I'm always dropping my mice. Rats. My little dirty rats. Okay, and then negative on the legs as well, as you can see. Negative. 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 And then for the positive, we're going to use our large monopolar positive magnet because we are going against all three of these negatives. And as you can see, the positive goes right here. All right? Okay? Actually, I think I did it in the wrong place. I think the positive goes here, the negative goes on these leg, on the leg here. Pardon me, because even I make mistakes. And then these go on this arm. Okay, now, you see? Parietal and the rignon in the kidney contralateral. Now, if you remember, we've already placed both positive and negative magnets on both kidneys. So we can consider the kidneys taken care of. Here, I'm going to take care of, pick up your head, hold it up. I'm going to take care of the parietal lobe. Remember, when we're dealing with the head, we don't use the stronger magnets that are made of rare earth. We use these magnets that are not quite as strong, the ferrite magnets. Better yet, we'll use the rectangular ferrite magnets. And I'm going to place two magnets on both the left and right hemispheres, negative on both, of the parietal lobe, okay? Pick up your head again. So we're gonna put a negative here, and we're gonna put a negative here. The parietal lobe is a repository for emotion. So it's very important when you're trying to calm down a person emotionally, or when you're dealing with post-traumatic stress disorder, or any type of emotional pain, to relax the parietal lobe, especially on the right-hand side. Pericardio, all right? The heart, being that the heart is right here in the trunk of the body, in a nice, thick, meaty area, especially with my son Kai working out in the gym and everything, then we're going to use the larger magnets. So the negative goes at the top, and the bottom goes, the positive goes on the bottom, okay? Right across his pericardium, right across his heart.
Gold label quality BiomedRx CBD oil is made from organic hemp that is locally grown.
Remember to place the negative magnet where it goes first.
Non-GMO.
Look for a reaction at the feet.
Third-party tested.
And then place the positive magnet where it goes, and then look for the other reaction. Look for the feet to normalize themselves. All right? Pleura to appendix. Okay? Now, if you see, we've already got the negative on the pleura, and we've already got the positive on the appendix. That would be redundant. pomulo to the contralateral kidney. Well, we've already got the contralateral kidney placed. So now we're going to place one negative right on the pomulo. Okay? Mandible to the mandible. Thyroids to the parathyroids. I usually use a pair of teardrops and clamp them together. Negative and positive on either side of the thyroids. These bands come in handy when you're placing magnets. Okay. Thymus to thymus. Remember, the thymus gland is a repository for the E. coli bacteria. So we put negative on the superior, positive on the inferior. How you doing, bro?
Like, when are you free? Like now?
Yeah, we're live now.
Oh.
Yeah. We're broadcasting live now. Okay, so the thymus gland tends to be a repository for E. coli bacteria, and all of us eat fast food restaurants, and we buy lettuce that doesn't necessarily get washed the way it should be, and vegetables in the stores. So we pick up E. coli bacteria. So we should have some E. coli in the body, but too much obviously is bad for you. Urethra to urethra. For the woman, it would be clitoris. For the man, it would simply be urethra. So we would place the negative and the positive in the superior position, and the positive beneath that, below that. As you can see, right here to right here. vasolateral to vasolateral, okay? And this will be our final pair for arthritis, for general arthritis. Now, there are specific pairs for arthritis of the knee, arthritis of the spine, arthritis of the elbow, rheumatoid arthritis, as well as false arthritis diagnosis. But we don't have enough time during the course of this video for us to go over all of that. I just wanted to give you guys a basic place to start if you're treating someone using magnets, using biomagnetic pair therapy to address arthritis. Get a good look at where these magnets are placed. Bookmark this video so that you can always come back to it and as a reference to see where you place the magnets. Now, as you know, you should be very well hydrated before and especially after receiving biomagnetic pair therapy treatment, because the magnets dehydrate your body. When your body is in an acidic state, when the milieu of your body, the water, the blood, everything inside your body has a pH that is low, lower than 7.35, which is good pH for the human body, then your blood cells, your red blood cells, tend to stick together. They stack up against each other, they stack up to each other in forms of chains in order to protect themselves. When your blood passes beneath the magnetic field of the magnets placed in your body, the magnets polarize both the hydrogen and the iron that's in your blood. That's why your blood is red. And separates, this recharges your red blood cells to the proper negative charge and allows them to repel each other. Like poles repel, like charges repel each other. So all of these red blood cells that were stuck together are going to separate from each other. And it's like opening up a sponge. This is going to make you thirsty. Your white blood cells are then going to be able to grow to the proper size, which is about 3 times the size of your red blood cells. And they're going to start traveling through your bloodstream and doing their job of detoxifying you. So you're going to have a detox reaction. You may have a little headache. You may need to use the bathroom. You're definitely going to need to use the bathroom. And as long as you hydrate your body properly, you're going to feel much better. What's happening right now with Kai is that his body is recalibrating the pH balance of various areas of the body where he may have had the presence of viri, bacteria, fungi, parasites, heavy metal toxin burdens, or any number of pathogens. This is the specific formula for addressing arthritis, general arthritis, okay? Now, like I said, at this distance from the equator, we're here in Southern California, North America, we're gonna have to leave the magnets in place for about 30 to 35 minutes in order for them to take effect. If we were at a location on the planet where the magnetic field was stronger, such as south of here, nearer to the equator, then the magnets would work in a shorter amount of time. If we were in Canada or somewhere that is further from the equator, because of the weakness of the magnetic field of the Earth, because there is less motion of all of the metals beneath the crust of the Earth, then the magnets would have to remain in place for a longer period of time in order to work. Now remember, I'm not a doctor, and nothing that you find on BiomedRx TV should be taken as diagnosis or professional medical treatment. I want you to understand that what you're doing with magnets is an augmentation or a way to assist the treatments that you may be suggested or recommended to by your physician. We live here in the first world country, so we have free access to laboratory tests. I do highly recommend using the accepted, legitimate medical field in order to diagnose any problem that you think you may have. Some people go to biomagnetic pair therapists in order to be a soothsayer or in order to tell them that a previous diagnosis that they may have gotten through the mainstream health establishment was incorrect. I am not such a practitioner. I work as a biomedical engineer. I've worked in healthcare technology management in the accepted health field for most of my life, and I still believe very strongly in that.
especially our ability to diagnose using biomedical technology. But as far as healing is concerned, I'm showing you ways that you can use magnets to assist the medications and the procedures and processes that you may have been prescribed by your doctor in order to make your healing and recovery process more thorough and quicker and more complete.
All right. So that pretty much wraps it up. You guys know that we're going to leave the magnets on tie for about 30 to 35 minutes. So I don't necessarily have to show that entire process in order for you to understand it. But you've seen the theorem and you've seen the practicum. You understand how and where to place the magnets to address arthritis. And I want you guys to, stay tuned for future videos. We're going to be making videos every single day, treating different processes. And if you believe that I'm going in alphabetical order because I did anxiety and asthma, I believe, and arthritis, then you're absolutely right. I am trying to keep it in basically alphabetical order. So if there's anything that you want me to address, any disease that you want me to show you how to heal, any condition you want me to show you how to treat using biomagnetic pair therapy, send me an email to info@biomedrx.tv or info@biomedrx.com. And of course, it helps to hit us at the Cash App. Drop us a little bit of money if you think these are valuable videos. Drop what it's worth to you, right? So that you can help us to pay the bills around here and continue to make these good, informative, and instructional videos for you. And if there are other things that you want me to talk about that have nothing to do with biomagnetism, such as brain training, neurofeedback, consciousness hacking, neuro hacking, the gateway experience for out-of-body experiences, let me know, right? Let me know in the comments. And if there are any products that you would like me to demonstrate, like you've seen me demonstrate my percussive therapy device and the acupressure, the WooPoint AcuPen electronic acupressure device, or the Mind Alive David Delight Pro, the brain entrainment devices, send those products to the address that you're going to see on the credits scrolling here in a minute. All right, 8306 Wilshire Blvd, Suite 777, Beverly Hills, California 90211. And then we can talk about, because it has to be a product that I would actually use myself or that I would honestly be able to support or endorse. But that doesn't make it impossible. I want everyone to stay kind as always, because kind is not only the new sexy, kind is the only damn sexy, and you know that. I want everyone to stay blessed, and I want everyone to stay healthy. Thank you for watching BiomedRx TV, and I will see you on the next live. Peace.
Gold label quality BiomedRx CBD oil is made from organic hemp that is locally grown, glyphosate-free, gluten-free, non-GMO, homogenized, third-party tested, and CO2 extracted. Visit www.biomedrxcbd.com.
BiomedRx Optimum Woman is the only woman's high-potency full-spectrum multiple vitamin supplement to contain 56 nutrients, including those most important for today's woman, such as calcium for bone health, iron for healthy red blood cells, beta-carotene, biotin for nail and hair health, gamma-linoleic acid from evening primrose oil, octosanol, grapeseed extract, a potent antioxidant important for maintaining capillary strength, and vegetarian digestive enzymes. Visit www.biomedrxsupplements.com.